welcome back to the Cut the Film podcast. I'm your host, James. To my left, we actually, from your perspective, it's to the right. Whatever. Left, right. We have the lovely Heavenly Ann right here. And right across from us, we have Josue.
Hey, what up, guys? How y'all doing?
We're doing pretty good, pretty good.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Awesome,
Yep,
awesome. Just to let the audience know, we're recording this the day after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So we're going to start with you.
Like
Yeah,
Friday.
it's the day after. So
I feel like it happened years ago.
Whoa, we'll get to that in a moment. We're gonna get to you last if that's the case. So, how was your Thanksgiving, Josh?
It was good. It was chill. Relaxed whole morning. After that, just cooked with my mom, had dinner with her, and then rest of the night just spent it at my girlfriend's, and then
That's
Pretty
always good.
yeah. So I had two different, because with me it was just me and my mom, so we cooked something totally different. We just did like baked potatoes, steak, and pasta. And then when I went to her house, then that's where they had like the whole turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy,
The
stuffing.
typical.
Yeah, so I was like,
Thanksgiving
all right, I got the best of both. Good night, good night.
Awesome. So for my Thanksgiving, we just stood at home. It was just the four of us: me, my dad, my mom, and my sister.
Mhm.
And my mom and my sister made turkey, macaroni and cheese, yams, stuffing, green beans, mashed potatoes, and gravy.
Yeah, the whole
Hungry.
buffet.
Yeah, they
Hungry.
went all out. I'm pretty sure I'm missing something in cranberries, so we didn't invite anybody over. My family wanted to be safe this year. We
Yeah.
usually try to do Thanksgiving like a bigger thing, so it was just
Mhm.
like me, just like the
Yeah.
immediate family. So we just did that, drank wine, and watched The Wizard of Oz
That's a great movie.
and The Christmas Chronicles too.
I just watched that too.
Yeah, so it was just a little quiet. It was quiet
Christmas
Thanksgiving,
Chronicles.
but it
Low
was
key.
good. It was a nice little Christmas.
That's good. That's
Great
good.
Christmas.
Great to hear.
Yeah, good wine too. Good wine, I
Ooh.
must say.
Good wine.
What about you?
Wine's
Heaven?
always good.
Indubitably.
Oh yeah. Indubitably.
Mine, it was weird, I think, is just what it is because my family is really big in terms of like even just my siblings. There's 7 of us, and then I have 22 nieces and nephews. And
22?
yeah,
Wow.
and that's just 4 of my siblings having kids. So there's still 3 of us that have. Well, okay, that's 5 of my siblings having kids. 2 of us don't have any yet. But anyways, but this year it was just me, my mom, my dad, one of my nephews, and then my sister and my niece. So it was just strange to experience such a small gathering.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I missed everyone. Like it was just, I don't know. It made me feel sad that I couldn't
Did
be
it?
around them. Yeah.
Did you at least have a nice little time?
Yeah, no,
Probably more
I mean, I
intimate than
love
you're used
being
to.
with my mom and dad and my sister. I mean, like that's how it is most of the time. So
Mhm.
I'm pretty
it's
sure
just, yeah,
everybody across, the U.S. had a
yeah,
different Thanksgiving
Yeah,
experience
definitely,
than
especially
they
this
normally do.
year.
Yeah,
definitely.
times are tough.
It
Times
makes
are
you
tough.
think,
But we
what's the
did
next
eat
month
good.
gonna be like too? Has to be.
I
Has
don't
to be.
know. I don't foresee big Christmas gatherings being a thing right now.
Christmas is just a big gathering in my head.
I know
So
Christmas is all right. You for Mexican families,
Yeah, we got the
Chris.
whole fucking piñatas and all that
Okay,
shit. Fucking.
for us, it's like Christmas is a 2-day holiday.
Mhm.
Christmas Eve is just as
My
big.
mom is
Oh yeah.
Mexican.
Oh okay. I was not aware, Heaven.
She is. My mom's Mexican.
Oh, so you know how it's a 2-day
Yeah.
holiday. Because I noticed with
It's like,
more, and I'm not trying to generalize, but I noticed with a lot more with white people,
mhm,
Christmas tends to be mostly just Christmas
Christmas
Day and
Day.
Christmas Eve. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, Christmas Eve is like the
The
beginning
Yeah.
pre-party, the
of the.
pre-getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's getting fucked up, and Christmas Day is like the
Yeah.
recovery and
Pretty
You
much.
you
just
got so
hanging out
fucked
with the
up you didn't
family.
see Santa come in. Being passed out on the floor.
Or did you?
Mm.
That's the question.
Uh,
All right, so we're gonna get into the news. Some interesting news for now. So, recently they just announced that Godzilla versus Kong, which
Gojira.
which was
Yeah.
anticipated to be a
Yeah.
massive hit, something that was going to be a big box office hit, is going to be going streamed, and it looks like they're Warner Media is trying to send it to HBO Max.
Mhm.
This comes right after Wonder Woman 1984 being announced for HBO Max. What do you guys think?
Since everything is going towards that, right now I'm on HBO. I have it at home.
I have HBO
And
Max
I was
too.
just watching Godzilla, the King of Monsters. So it's the second one. So I'm just like, thinking that, I mean, overall, it does seem sad knowing that those movies are just more based on streaming live instead of actually going to the box office, going to the theaters, just because we can't predict what's actually going to happen next year. So knowing that they still have the opportunity to give it out to somebody, and then hopefully doing the Wonder Woman is like a success when it drops, maybe.
Yeah.
I'll be excited for it. I mean, I like Godzilla, I like King Kong.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
What do you think?
I haven't seen any of the movies.
No.
So,
But what do you think of the idea of this going to be streamed, though?
I mean, it sounds like 2020 to me.
Sounds like
Because
2020.
I mean, it seems like that's just what it is this year, and it's unfortunate for all of these movie production companies that have to settle for streaming. But HBO Max, at least, they charge a significant amount, so I think they'll make some of their money back.
I mean, I have mixed feelings about it because movies like Wonder Woman and Godzilla vs. Kong, those are like big screen events.
Box office.
Yeah, they're meant to be seen on a large screen, loudspeakers, kind of like the communal experience of people coming together. And I feel like it loses something. And I get it. We don't know when we're going to be out of the situation, so it's kind of hard to say. They are taking risks by doing this because they're not going to make as much money as they could have.
Yeah.
But the only thing that worries me, if they're willing to take these hits, what does that say about the future of movies? Are theaters on their way out, or are they going to become like a niche thing? I hate to think of that because I love the theatrical.
I think this is the time for drive-thrus to drive-ins to like really get their shit together and come back.
Make them bigger, extend them longer.
It's going to go back to the 50s.
I actually went to a drive-in. Couple drive-in shows recently.
They're the best.
They're actually pretty fun. It's a different experience. It's not the same thing as going to the movie theaters, but it's
ever?
No.
Are you serious?
It's an experience.
What?
I know.
I literally, my family,
and I live like literally
only
like 3
went to the
minutes down the
drive-in
street from one too.
when I was growing up. So that's crazy.
I've always been going towards the theaters. Like I always want to watch movies IMAX.
Yeah.
Just get the whole theatrical, especially when it's a big movie I've been wanting to see. But like to really ever like go, I've had the opportunity to go, but things come up and I was not able to. So it wasn't like too much of it.
Yeah.
But I do want to try it out.
And like it's a cute ass date idea too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I actually went to a drive-in movie theater about a month and a half ago, and it was like a horror fest of movies that would have been released this year, but they're probably going to be released next year. I saw a movie called Arch Enemy. Has Dennis from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia in it.
Okay.
And Joe Manganiello. I can't never say that guy's name right.
The one that's married to Sofia Vergara.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good in this horror comedy called Psycho Goreman.
Psycho Goreman.
Yeah, it's quite a title. It's pretty funny. And I hadn't been to a drive-in since I was like, I think a kid. So it was a pretty fun experience. It was different. Not the same thing as going to the movies, but it's its own unique thing. And I could see that. I mean, they made a comeback recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, I mean, we don't know what's to come next year. Maybe right now that's just a possibility of them dropping it as a stream. But I mean, if things do get better, then if movie theaters start opening up, then maybe they won't do the whole streaming thing. But for now, at least they gave us at least saying that it's like if we can't throw it out in theaters, we'll give it to you guys as a stream.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to hold us over. Having HBO Max, it's nice to know that this entertainment is going to be so easily accessible. And like, I'm definitely going to be watching one. I mean, I really wanted to see Wonder Woman on a big screen. I really did.
Just get a projector.
I was going to say.
We actually have a projector, so we might just, Christmas Day, just project Wonder Woman in the backyard or something.
That'd be freaking dope.
Yep.
That's a dope ass there.
Yeah.
It's lit.
So, last week we talked about Chappelle's Show coming to Netflix and HBO Max.
I was about to say that.
Now we have to talk about what happened with that. So it looks like a Chappelle Show was pulled from Netflix, still streaming on HBO Max right now.
Okay.
And this was at the request from Dave Chappelle, and he posted a video to his Instagram, an 18-minute video from a stand-up where he explains why he's why he requested Netflix removed it. So as it is, he already has like a deal with Netflix where he makes millions off their stand-up specials, and it brings a lot of viewers. And what happened with Chappelle's Show is when he was young, he said he had signed it away when he was 28 years old and didn't know what he was getting into, felt he was being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
That the company basically has the right to use his image and likeness and the show in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Which basically means they could use it wherever. So he can't even come back and do a Chappelle Show.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have the rights to it. So they uploaded it to Netflix, without Chappelle getting paid, and he saw this as a conflict of interest because he has a deal with Netflix.
Yeah.
So he was really pissed off about that. He called them. He said, "This makes me feel really bad, especially." So they pulled it the next day.
Good for
It's
them.
still streaming on HBO Max.
Okay, so we're mad at HBO Max.
Yeah,
then.
and this is what his problem with HBO Max is. He said that he actually pitched Chappelle's show to HBO Max back in the day, and he said their response was basically something along the lines of, "What do we need you for?" And kind of kicked him out the office. And he said it would be one thing if they just said, "No, that's okay, we're not interested." All they had to say yes or no. He said, but they had to go the extra step. And he feels like
disrespect that.
Yeah. Now I pitched the show to you. You didn't want it. You were disrespectful. Now you're making money off of it and streaming. And my question is like, what do you need me for? And he's requesting that HBO Max continue to air, to have it on a streaming service that he wants them to call so they can have a good relationship. He wants to get paid for it. Because he feels like he was taken advantage of the time and it's not fair. And at first, it just seemed, I thought he was complaining because I was like, didn't he make millions? And then I saw his point of view and I was like, okay, I actually get where he's coming from.
Because he doesn't get royalties now, right?
No, he doesn't get anything.
Everything he does
lost
is just
it
his
all,
own. Yeah.
and they just make money off of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's why he was gone for what, almost 10 years?
Yeah, and that's unquestionable. Like he's always going to be big, and I know he's big now, but those are the biggest thing of his career, probably always going to be the Chappelle show, and that's kind of messed up. And he said it's something that happens in the industry a lot. They come in and they take advantage of people. You don't know what you're doing. You're young. You're excited. You just want to get into the business.
You're like, that's a big check. And maybe it's a one-time check, but you're just looking at the numbers at that point.
Especially if you're a
regular
opportunity.
And it's like, I'm taking the risk, maybe you're not reading the paper, but at the time you're just like, oh, damn, I got the chance to make it. I got my big break.
So he's asking and calling on his fans. He said, if you ever felt that there was anything worthwhile about me, please do not watch Chappelle's show on HBO Max.
Okay.
Just until he gets paid for it. And it's just, obviously you're free to make whatever decision you want. But if you respect artistic integrity and artists being paid, which I certainly support, you should probably maybe not watch it that way.
There's streams, guys. There's other things.
There's streams.
I finished watching it on Netflix before they pulled it off. So I was like, all right, I got my
Watch the Fresh Prince until then.
Watch the Fresh. Oh, that's quite a different comment right there.
Wait, that's the reunion one, right?
The whole show is on there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
But also,
didn't they just
had the reunion also? Yeah.
Did you watch that?
I did.
How was it?
It was okay.
It was okay. All right, we'll get into it. We'll get into that more next week.
The show.
That was very interesting, Josh.
And I'm just making it more interesting.
He's gonna sing us a song.
No, it's more like noises.
Josh is a very gifted singer.
Only
a rapper,
only in the shower.
And a guitarist and a pianist and a bassist and a keyboardist.
Oh wow, this guy's a one-man show. Dick Van Dyke over here.
Dick Van Dyke is okay.
I thought you would get a lecture right now. Shit.
You okay there, Josh? Okay.
Keep it rolling.
So a couple more pieces of news before we get into our big discussion. There's going to be a new Netflix show called Wisteria. This is going to be created by David Lynch.
Who is David Lynch?
I told you guys about him on this podcast before.
Okay.
He's made a movie called Eraserhead, Blue Velvet, and a show called Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
He's one of the most influential filmmakers probably of the last 40 years. So you guys should check out his movies. They are the strangest things that exist.
Yeah, I've seen a couple.
Oh, so is Wisteria going to be a weird show?
Yeah, it's going to be quite out
I'm
there.
excited.
So it's coming to Netflix, and this is interesting because he doesn't make movies anymore because it's hard for original movies to get funded these days, but original television is easy to get funded. So a lot of filmmakers who used to rely on movies to make original material, since most movies now they have in order to make money or to get big finances, they have to be
remakes or
remakes
sequels.
or based on pre-existing IPs and stuff like that. That television is where original storytelling is coming from these days. So that's going to be interesting
because they already have a set platform to just take the route of. They just change little things and they usually just make it worse.
Yeah.
Yep. So now that we're done with the news,
so it's gonna be what? It's gonna be horror, or is it gonna?
It's actually it's probably gonna be along the lines of horror because everything that he does is pretty. Everything he does is either mystery or scary or horror. So
Talking
probably
about
gonna-
horror, I don't know if you saw this movie just dropped on Netflix called His House.
I've heard of it.
The one with the sister from Lovecraft Country.
Journey Smollett? Or the older sister?
The older sister.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know her.
Yeah. What's it called? I just ended up watching one that I think like 2 days ago, and actually it was very interesting.
What is it called?
It's called His House.
His house.
Oh my
House.
God.
And let me see.
Basically, they it was like, how would I explain it? It's like a weird movie. It kind of takes some of what like Jordan Peele's type of like suspenseful horror kind of is, but it still has a Lovecraft kind of feel to it because of the sister. You kind of get that sense. But it's just like they escape Africa from like...
her name is Wunmi Musaku. And I apologize if I butchered that name. I just looked it up right now.
Yeah, well, she's in it. It's really good. It's very interesting. It kind of takes a while for you to like...
I've actually heard a lot about it.
It seems like very vague when you're watching it, when you're just like, oh my God, like what the hell? But, and then once you get towards like the middle and they start really explaining it and you start understanding it, you're like, oh, okay. But kind of why it takes so long. But overall, I give it at least like an 8 out of 10. You guys should watch it. It's a pretty good one.
All right. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has 100%, meaning there is not a single negative review.
I don't think I've ever... Is there ever been a Rotten Tomatoes score that was 100%?
They're usually just for classic movies. It's rarely movies that were just released.
It's a very metaphorical movie for sure.
What is it streaming on?
Netflix.
Netflix.
It says featuring genuine scares through every corridor. His house is a terrifying look at the specters of refugee experience.
Yeah, they get sent to a house that in like a white community, and they say they can't leave.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of Jordan Peele comparisons in here.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, that's what I got the sense the most of. But overall, the movie was pretty good. I was like, oh shit.
I only heard a few things about it. It wasn't really on my radar, but you just brought it, so I'm adding it to my watch list. So
yeah, it was good. It was good. I was like, all right. And then I'm barely getting into Queen's Gambit.
It's a scary movie though, right? Or show?
Yeah, it's like a scary movie.
It's a horror movie.
It's a horror movie. It's a good one though.
The Queen's Gambit is really popular right now. I haven't watched it, but everybody tells me that it's incredible. It's only a mini
just finished watching it. I'm like, all right.
It's a show about chess.
Oh,
it's a girl who plays chess.
It's a little girl, right? Or a younger person?
Yeah, it's a young woman.
It's a young woman.
Okay.
Yeah, she comes out in the New Mutants. She's the blonde one.
I did not see the New Mutants.
Yeah, so she comes out in that one. Yeah, the New Mutants. It was supposed to be like a scary version of X-Men that just dropped.
Is that a show? A movie?
It was a movie, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But Queen's Gambit, yeah. I watched the first episode. It's interesting. Yeah.
Oh, it's Anna Taylor-Joy from The Witch and Split, the M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh shit! There you go.
Yeah, she's from M. Night, and The Witch, which is an excellent horror movie. Watch The Witch if you want if you don't want to sleep well at night.
Oh no, I will probably am not going to watch it then.
Or watch it in the daytime, surrounded by a group of people.
I mean,
okay, so I know, Heaven. I know how you feel about that.
Yeah, no, watch it. I'll watch it with you.
Okay, I need more people than that.
Don't be scared. We'll keep the lights on really bright.
That's why I didn't watch His House, because I really did hear about
it's
a lot.
Good, watch it. It's good.
We'll light some incense and then we'll put
do a little seance.
I'll walk around with some sage.
Put some salt in a circle so we're protected. So long as you don't step out the circles. You're just before we start it, you're just gonna have to use the restroom first.
Right.
So you don't have to step out.
Make sure I got everything I need.
Everything.
Yeah, everything that you need. Everything.
All right, then I'm down.
All the lights on, doors open. And mom on
The broom's
FaceTime.
All right, so I wanted to get into this. We've been meaning to get into this a while. Did you guys get a chance to see the new Borat movie?
Yes.
Did you, Josh?
I saw parts. I didn't finish it.
You
I
didn't
had to
finish
leave, but I did. I watched like at least half of the movie. So I watched the whole first half of it.
Okay.
It was very funny.
It's so funny.
We'll start with you, Heaven. What are your thoughts on the new Borat film?
Okay, so as a child, I didn't like the first one. I was like, this is not funny. It's so stupid. And I think it's because I just wasn't smart then. I don't know. Because this one was hilarious, especially with like how relevant, like all of the jokes, obviously.
Yeah.
Because it's made in, this year?
Current
Last
times.
year?
It was made this year.
Okay.
At the beginning of the pandemic.
Oh, okay. See, yeah. So everything about it was just like, oh my God, this is so true. Like, it's so perfect. And the whole shit with like Rudy Giuliani, I was just like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I don't know. I thought it was hilarious. Like the whole movie was just great from beginning to end.
Did you I'll get to this. What did you think of it, Josh?
From what I saw, it was funny. Like she said, it's more of like a current event kind of movie where it's just like, yeah. I mean, like she said, when it first came out, I didn't watch it. Not because I don't know, it just didn't ever caught my attention. Like I just watched the trailer, but that's like I never caught it. But once I watched the first one, and I was like, okay, and I understood him because I started watching some of his work, of Sasha's work, and then he just
have you guys
came out
seen
with the Netflix.
Who is America? It was on Showtime.
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh, it's great.
No,
no.
I'm probably gonna have to watch it because
I'll tell you about it. If you like this, it's definitely gonna appeal to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm down.
Yeah, so like I started like kind of looking more into his work, and I saw, like you said, it's more of like a comedic side to what is.
I pulled it out.
What
Can
happened?
you hear yourself?
No.
No, you can't hear.
You want to
yourself?
plug it in?
Can you hear
really
me?
quick? I can hear you perfectly.
Oh, that's
but We'll
perfect.
just plug it back in.
Okay. Thank you.
Wait, can you hear?
All right,
Yeah.
perfect.
All right,
perfect.
for sure.
It's the right people.
That was good. That
Shit
was
happens.
funny. Yeah, I gotta finish watching it. My mom told me to help her do something, and then I just never went back
You're a
to it.
good
I left it
son.
on the computer. Yeah, I know, right? Thank you. Appreciate it.
So the original Borat that came out in 2006, for
Means
me,
a lot.
I wasn't even a kid and I didn't get it. What
See,
the heck?
for me, when that came out, that for me is one of the fucking funniest movies
Really?
ever made. I think it's absolutely
I gotta give it
hilarious.
another try.
Yeah.
And my thing with the original Borat and what makes it different from the new one is that the original Borat is essentially about the same things that this new Borat is about.
But it was around the Bush era.
Yeah, but the difference is that not saying that like things were not politicized during the Bush era, but it was a different thing with Trump as president.
Yeah.
So that movie to me was a little bit more clever and ahead of the curve in terms because it was before people were actually paying close attention to a lot of these issues. If you go back and watch the original Borat,
I believe that.
I understand a lot of people like thought it was dumb, and I totally get it. But it's basically a warning for like Trump's America of what's going to come of what is bubbling underneath the surface in the United States. And I think what like makes his comedy so to me kind of genius is that he takes the most absurd like caricatures, like people who don't even seem real, people like Borat or D-Ollie G, and he mixes them with real people. And some of these people are so absurd that he gets them to behave in the most bizarre ways. And like the best example in the new one, and this one, I loved the new Borat. I don't like it as much as the first one.
Really?
Only because I feel like it's a little bit more obvious in this era. So it just feels like
it was just
like
making
they
more
were
fun
faking?
yeah, a little bit more on the nose. Where like the first one, he was like tapping into something before a lot of people realized that it was there.
Yeah.
It
But
was constructive. Like it was
to me, he's kind of genius in what he gets people to reveal. Like one of the best scenes in the movie, and it was kind of funny and kind of not, where he goes to the Trump rally, dresses as a sort of like hillbilly Trump supporter, gets
and
on
they're
stage,
eating that shit up.
and he starts singing a song where he's saying, we're singing a song about chopping journalists up like the Saudis do, basically encouraging people to chop up journalists if they say anything negative about Trump, talking about injecting the Obama with the Wuhan flu, inject him with the and people singing back you guys like. That's really revealing because one, if you're a decent person, you shouldn't be able to get tricked like that.
At all.
Actually,
yeah, Trump people are motherfucking crazy.
Like like actually singing about chopping up American journalists. I'm like, how un-American is that? Actually, the entire concept behind it. Or meeting with Rudy Giuliani is just shows that a lot of people are so absurd that they don't even see the absurdity of his characters and they fall into it. And it's kind of pretty revealing.
Definitely.
Pretty revealing.
Yeah.
I agree.
They got no brains.
100%. The whole time I was watching it, I was like, how are they just going that? Are they really like, is this acting or are they actually this dumb? Like, I don't know.
Some of it
They're the most gullibles.
Yeah. I also thought it was interesting funny how he broke into a conservative conference with CPAC where Mike Pence was speaking, dressed as Trump, holding his
amazing.
That was hilarious because Mike Pence is like glaring and he looks so upset, and so offended by all of it.
It was the best.
All
and the
of
black
them.
lady, that was my favorite person. Like, she was hilarious the whole time. I don't
Okay,
know.
so
everything she said was so fucking funny.
Here's the thing. The black lady in the movie, she actually had a complaint because she thought this
really?
was a documentary and she never had heard of Borat and so didn't know what it was. And she was actually being very sincere
Yeah.
in all of her scenes when she's
No,
giving
I
like
believe that
advice
100%.
It seems like it.
yeah, to Borat's daughter about being yourself
Yeah.
and not like falling into what like
Yeah.
like a certain set of expectations, and she felt that she was taken advantage of.
Yeah.
So it was like a page was started for her where people started giving her like thousands of dollars or
Oh shit.
Oh, wow.
extra
Hey.
for being in the movie. But she had great scenes, and
She did.
That GoFundMe, fuck it.
like a GoFundMe page or something like that. Also, Borat's daughter was funny. I like how she kept talking about, I want to be in a golden cage like Melania. Yes, that was that weird ass cartoon where like Melania is like some kind of fairy princess.
I need to go finish it tonight.
Yeah, please.
I'm gonna smoke a blunt.
So his show Who Is America?
Sorry. I just realized my phone is cracked.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry to
sad.
hear that.
You know what? I have the screen protector on mine, and that's all cracked. And I've been meaning to like
Yeah,
change
leave
it,
it.
but I'm fucking
All right,
scared.
so
that I'm
you
just gonna-
guys need to get the type of protect cases where if it falls like this,
Mm-hmm.
the screen still does not hit a hard surface.
I'm a rebel, obviously, because I don't have a case
Yeah,
on it
mine's
at
that.
all.
Mine's just because I have pictures of my girlfriend.
I used to have a case like that, though, that was
Me
like
too.
beveled
Yeah.
at the top. So
at least
didn't.
when the phone falls, it has protection. But yeah, no, it's just cracked, and I'm scared that as soon as I take that, one of those cracks is not on the actual cover, and it's on my screen, and then I'm just gonna cry.
I feel that.
This is
I wanna
why
trade
y'all
up.
spend so much money on repairs and
That's
stupid
true.
shit.
It's true.
Get a good case.
I've
Get a
had
good
this
case.
phone for a while, though.
I know.
To barely get a crack.
I'm about to
I'm
trade
like,
this shit up though.
wow.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Either iPhone 12 or Samsung Flip. I don't know yet.
You're gonna go to Android,
I've been Android. This is the first time I've gotten an iPhone.
and you're here now, so
Yeah.
you have to stay.
I actually
You can't
had I used
leave.
to buy nothing but iPhones, and I have an Android.
and now you have an Android.
I'm okay with it.
Really?
Really?
And it's
I
ju-
can't do it.
It's just that there's more restrictions when it
I'm
comes
a-
to
I'm a
Apple. Like
consumer.
for me, I'm a very widgety kind of guy. Like I like to find streams.
You look pretty widgety.
Like what do you call me, fucking Eddie? Oh, Gizmo. Because somehow I always find my way through the fucking internet and shit.
You have that
so
Gizmo energy with
Android
that
allows,
hair.
yeah,
Could
right.
be
I
like
like
your
to do.
ears.
It feels like yeah. After this, I'm gonna
Apple
go
lets you
infiltrate
do
the
it now,
freaking
too.
firewall to Bank of America.
Can you add some funds to my bank account, please?
I think I can.
All right, I'll take it.
Watch you, 'cause gonna go the next day. Why the fuck do I owe $1,000?
Josh.
I wake up to just a call. What the? Oh, I'm sorry.
So now that you've seen,
sorry.
it's okay. There's nothing wrong going on. We're all good. It's a podcast.
I used to get yelled at when I was younger. They'd be like, "Tangent, stop. Whatever you're doing, that's not what we're talking about."
Slap on the hand like that.
I never got a slap in the hand. I got a freaking
That's
broom
'cause
to
you were
the
a-
dome.
Oh, I was about to say you were a spoiled kid, but no, you were a
Are you an
bird.
only child?
I'm an only child, but I started to work hard for my shit.
Yeah. No,
So
I'm-
my parents were fucking mean sometimes.
Be careful what you
They
say
could-
about your parents.
Very
Very careful.
I love them though.
I would hope so, Josh.
No,
I would
yeah.
hope so. So if you like the new Borat, check out the old one. So
Okay.
that show, Who Is America, was on Showtime. Just give you a brief rundown of what it was about. It's kind of like Borat, except he's playing multiple different characters. And the premise of it, he was mostly interviewing like U.S. politicians, and he got a few of them fired
Oh shit.
because of what he got them. One of them, he pretended to be somebody who trains people to hunt down Muslim terrorists, and he said the way to do it is to, since they're homophobic, to drop your pants and run at them and scream that, drop your ass and run at them ass first and
Oh.
scream the N word. And he actually got, it was like a congressperson to do this on camera and saying, "I'm going to turn you gay" or something like that, while like running with his ass down. And he was
What?
actually posing as somebody who trains people to fight Muslim terrorists. And this guy was an elected government official, had to resign because he gets people to reveal their real side.
That's
He also
funny.
did another funny one where he was interviewing Bernie Sanders.
I love Bernie.
And this is the difference between the two, though. When they interviewed Bernie, he never fell for anything stupid. He just
He's
kept
like,
looking at the camera, and he was
okay.
like, you could tell, I was like, is this a joke or something?
Yeah.
And finally, he gave up. He's like, I don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Like, I can't continue this conversation anymore. But watch
Love
that;
it.
it's great. And the best interview is O.J. Simpson.
I could
He
freaking
interviewed
tell
That
that
is
would
so
be-
random.
That would be a
Simpson
great interview.
Yeah.
Just the random shit that comes out of his mouth is freaking like.
as somebody else, and he brings his girlfriend around.
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson, somebody posing at his girlfriend, and he says, "Oh, look, look, honey, it's O.J." She's like, "Who's O.J.?" She's like, "O.J. You know from sports? He's a football player." And he's like, "She wouldn't have remembered that. She wouldn't remember me." She's like, "O.J. from the Naked Gun movies." He's like, "She's too young. I mean, they're funny movies if you want to check them out." And she's like, "O.J. La 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 la." And she's like, "Oh, O.J." And OJ just smiles at that. He does a weird reaction, like, "Oh yeah, I know OJ." As soon as he goes, "La, la, la,
That's
la, la, la."
amazing.
And he's like, "We gotta hide the knives around this guy." The whole interview is hilarious. You gotta check out Who Is America. It was a show on Showtime.
I'm definitely gonna watch.
I actually think it's a little funnier than the recent Borat movie, just because it's a variety
Yeah.
of characters. And because Borat is more recognizable because he was doing other characters, it was easier to pull off a
Yeah.
lot of tricks.
Yeah, because it's all.
Man, this guy makes
feel
people
that.
look so stupid.
So it's Who Is America or What Is America?
Who is America?
Who Is America?
Yep. So as you all know, it's the Christmas season right now. We're going to get into the Christmas spirit with a little debate to kick things
Wait.
off.
So,
I'm trying to show my sweater.
are you not?
Oh my gosh.
We're
But
going to
before the people,
Oh, it went back in.
what are you gonna be today? Are you gonna
Today,
be
I'm
naughty?
nice.
Today you're nice.
All right, we're nice.
If it changes, you're just gonna go. Oh,
Oh.
See how fast it happened? Didn't
What
even-
the hell? So that's like basically an adjustable sweater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the best. It's my favorite thing
Yeah,
ever.
So
now
all
she's
you have
on-
to do is wipe your hands across and
Yeah.
it's like that.
Now
and
she's
then-
on the. Okay,
And now I'm
she's on the
nice.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Come
right.
over here and look at this. It now
Everyone-
says on the nice list. Now run
shit,
your
let
hand
me
across.
stop.
And
pulling
guys,
this
this
out.
is the first time men have
This is-
actually ever seen bedazzles on their shirt.
All right, look at this, and now the naughty list. So for those who are
Ready?
listening,
Ready?
Heaven has a shirt where it says on the naughty list, but all she has to do is rub her hands across on it and says
It's
on
the
the nice
best.
list. It goes back and forth. This is fascinating.
It's so great. It's actually a men's sweater. I got it at Target, and it was really inappropriate last year at a Christmas party. I was like, "Look, everyone, touch it," and a lot of people did not want to. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm pretty sure they had good reasons.
I was drunk
for it.
though.
I don't remember
Not drunk
that.
enough to not remember. So
Oh, okay, I
I
was about to say I won't remember tomorrow. It's okay.
So we're gonna get into the Christmas spirit with a
Yes.
little couple of Christmas debates. The first one I wanted to start with was we're gonna do animated movies. We
Yes.
switched this up. The
Oh.
Grinch.
Wait. the new Grinch,
No, the animated original.
like the original.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Grinch or The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ooh.
I can tell this is making you think. So let's start with you, Josh. Which side do you take on this?
I'm gonna go Tim Burton. As much as I love how the Grinch stole Christmas,
Classic.
that one is very more relatable to Christmas
Mhm.
as for Tim Burton's One Nightmare Before Christmas. It has Halloween and it has.
Keep
Christmas.
in mind, we are comparing something that's like only like a half hour long to a
Yeah.
full movie, but it is an animated Christmas
Yeah.
tradition
Yeah.
for a lot of
Yeah.
people.
Definitely.
But overall, just me being what I like, and for me, it like Jimmy said, it's more like I want to watch more horror-ish kind of temperature. So for me, I would choose Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm not saying anything bad about both of them because I do watch both
It's a
of them. I
diss.
love Dr. Seuss.
Shots fired.
Right. I
know,
feel
but
personally
yeah.
offended.
No, Jack Skellington all the way.
Jack Skellington over the Grinch.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that's an interesting contrast because the Grinch hates Christmas and is surrounded by it.
Yeah.
Jack Skellington is deprived of it
And he
needs
wants it.
He
Yeah.
wants it. He craves it. So, what about you?
Okay.
You can take your time with the answer if you have reasonings why one.
Okay. So in terms of like Christmas movies, I would have to go with The Grinch
Grinch special.
because it's like thoroughly Christmas. Like it's just Christmas, and so like, you know, you get all aspects of it, and he changes in the end, and he, you know, it gets better, and he's
His
like,
heart
oh
gets
yeah,
bigger.
yeah, you know, grows, and
Explodes.
that's what Christmas does. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, that's what it does for me. I could be in the worst mood, and I put on a Christmas song, and I'm like, yeah, this is better. I'm so much happier now. I don't know, that's just me. But
I think that
Nightmare
is you.
Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas also is like one of my favorites, but it's so interchangeable. Like I could watch it during Halloween or I could watch it during Christmas. But the music. Like, what's this? That's my favorite song.
What's this?
Yeah, that's my favorite song of all Christmas movies. That's not true because I just watched Jingle Jangle and like that whole soundtrack, amazing. Every single song is fantastic.
I don't know. For me, for me, Christmas songs don't do anything
What?
to me. No,
Really?
I don't care for them. I don't like
He's a
hearing
Scrooge.
them.
I think I
just love Christmas.
Yeah.
But that music is not that.
really.
Yeah, that's the
That's-
only thing.
A lot of people hate Christmas music, but
Yeah, like I
just
said,
does
mostly
something so
comes
good
to
for me.
like you always hear like 2 months ahead of time, and it's like
Mm.
that's all the radio station plays.
I listen to
every
it
single time.
365 days a year.
Yeah.
So you're a
it's like-
Christmas all year?
Yeah, no, I love Christmas.
I hope
Like-
you don't annoy the people,
Ups-
Halloween people. Around
I don't. I
Halloween.
because
Dude,
I
like,
love
for us,
Halloween.
it's
Like I let
Halloween.
Halloween have its day.
We'll let it have its day. We'll have its day.
It's okay.
I was actually told before this podcast by another podcaster on our network that
Who's that-
Halloween
who's
is
that
not a
podcaster?
holiday.
Who's that
Halloween is not a
podcaster?
holiday. This is one of the rudest things that anybody has
crazy.
And
ever
who
said
is
to me.
this podcaster so I could talk to him?
It's Ovio Jody from
Starts
the
with a
Rap
C and
Beats
ends
and
with an
Melodies
Harles.
podcast.
Ovio
Yeah,
Jody.
from the Drizzy Defense Squad.
What, mister? Am I having to switch sides to the Yeezy squad? You
Yeah.
better be watching this episode today, man. You gotta,
Not
gotta
cool.
say sorry
Not
about
cool.
that.
Not cool. So you're more of the Grinch then.
Yeah, but like, I love what
Never forget.
Yes,
Nightmare
I
Before
keep wanting to say
Christmas.
Halloween Town. I do love Halloween Town.
Oh.
But yes, Nightmare Before
Halloween
Christmas.
Town is kind of a place in the Nightmare
It's-
Before Christmas. It's
it
like there's
is.
like the
Yeah,
different places
exactly.
of the holidays.
Into it, yeah.
Christmas Town.
All
But
right.
the first
That's
one was
the
more
best.
about Halloween. Then after that, it became more like, oh yeah, it's just monsters
Which-
coming with humans.
Oh,
So,
Halloween Town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, for me, I'm gonna have to go with the Nightmare Before Christmas, only because it's my favorite animated movie of all time, and I liked how The Grinch Stole Christmas. I like it that it is a classic. but-
Charlie Brown Christmas
whoa,
though.
could hear
Totally
you
forgot about
guzzling.
Charlie Brown.
Damn. You should have just kept going. I would have been down to see like Chuck. I'm just kidding.
No, we don't
That's
need
bad.
him that wasted. We don't need him that
I
wasted.
should have done it though.
No, I'm gonna have to go with the Nightmare Before Christmas. And another thing, around Halloween, I'm more prone to watch like horror movies, or,
Really?
like actual like horror movies around Halloween.
Oh no, I'm a little
So no, the Nightmare Before Christmas is relegated to
to Christmas.
a
Yeah.
Christmas
Really?
thing for me. So I
Okay.
watch it around. I could watch it any time of the year, to be honest, but I always watch it around Christmas time. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It always takes me
It's a
back to
good
my
transition
childhood.
for you.
Yeah, it's
There you
It's a
go. It's the
beautiful
best
piece of-
transitional movie.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece.
it's a beautiful piece of imagination. Like it's so imaginative
Yeah.
and it's so cool to look at. After all of these years, I feel like with all the updates and like computer animation and all that, that stop motion animation doesn't look outdated because it looks
Yeah,
so
it's
real.
so
just
cool,
keep it-
actually.
Let's
If
just
you
keep
ever-
it like that. Though. Like, don't reboot this.
Yeah,
shit,
please don't reboot it. But he even said that the reason he didn't want to make any sequels is because he thought it was like perfect.
It
Oh, it is
was
perfect.
perfect. There was nothing.
That's like to me, it's just like
Yeah.
one of the most magical movies
It
that I
is.
could think
It's
of. It
pretty
always,
great.
like I said,
um,
masterpiece.
it appeals to a
Tim
lot of
Burton.
different
Okay, I
things.
changed my mind.
Tim Burton.
I'm just kidding.
I
No.
like horror and stuff like that. So as a child, it captured my imagination as a horror fan.
Mhm.
But it also had like a heart behind it, and it
Yeah.
celebrated
Yeah.
Christmas, and it was relatable, and it ended up being a sweet love story. And it's just incredible to look at. Like the animation is so detailed, and the world that they create.
Yeah.
Have you ever went to the El Capitan Theater
Yes.
in LA?
I saw Hocus Pocus there.
Okay. I
It
got
was
to see The Nightmare Before Christmas there.
That sounds fun.
It
too.
was awesome.
Great.
It was
Did they have the
incredible.
little museum downstairs?
I do not remember. This was like over 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
They used to
Where
play it in
was this
theaters
one?
every year.
It's in Los Angeles,
Buenos Angeles.
in downtown LA.
Okay, I've been there. No, I'm just trying to remember what movie I
Or Hollywood.
watched.
Is it in Hollywood?
No, was it? No, I don't know. I don't remember. Where is it?
It's in Los Angeles.
It's in Los Angeles. It's in LA. All right.
It's in the state of California, the
Okay.
southern part of it,
The southern? Okay. The east or the west?
the west.
Or the south or the north?
Oh, no.
No.
Don't do this to me.
The West. Just leave it at that,
We'll
man.
go west then.
Just leave it at that.
East? I thought you said west. No, Patrick.
SpongeBob.
That is west.
So we're going to get into a little more Christmas stuff right here.
Okay, I'm done
I'm down for more Christmas.
All right. So there's two different types of Christmas movies. There are conventional Christmas movies,
That's my shit.
which is, this. Oh, Lord. So for those of you just listening, I think
You
Josh
covering
just,
the mic did absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
I
we
heard
could
it
hear-
all.
we heard it all.
I didn't hear myself, so I think it worked for me. at
No,
least.
no, we heard it. So for those of you who are not watching who are only listening to the audio of this, Josh just chugged like a full bottle of wine, and I'm afraid this might have disastrous
And
results
I drank
later on.
We gotta get through
also
this.
Sierra
Here,
Nevada
Before that wine
Happy
kicks in.
anniversary ale. Congratulations for the 40th.
I hope you're going to be all right, Josh.
I know, right? And I'm taking them home.
So there are conventional Christmas movies and unconventional Christmas movies, which would be like Die Hard,
Mhm.
Batman Returns,
Yes.
which is one of the best ones for me.
Would you
Then there's Christmas
No.
horror movies, which I love, like Black Christmas.
Jack Frost.
Jack Frost. I actually saw that for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Really?
No, actually less than a week ago. Like literally like 4
Really?
or 5 days ago. I just watched it for the first time. It's so fucking stupid.
A horror,
It
horror
is one
Christmas
of the
movie for
worst
me.
Christmas horror movies.
It really
It is absolutely awful, but it's entertaining. I mean, it has Shannon Elizabeth in it, and she gets raped by a snowman. And this is what launched her career and what
Sounds
landed her roles in
terrible.
American Pie. And
Wait, Shannon Elizabeth.
Yeah,
who's
she's
that?
from American Pie, and
She's
the pretty one?
Nadia.
yeah, she's in a lot of. She
She's
was in a lot of
she's
stuff. in
the
the
foreign
early-
exchange
she's-
student.
Okay, the one with that like walks around with no shirt on or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
So apparently, she didn't want to actually do that movie because of what it entailed. But her agent told her that it would kickstart her career and get her noticed as she got
And she
raped
was
by
like,
a snowman on
"Okay."
screen, and she did, and it launched her career. And she's in Scary Movie. That's
Yeah.
another
Scary
one.
Movie.
Yeah, she's in the
Scary
first
Movie,
one.
the original Scary Movie. So it
She's,
made her a little
she's
bit
a
of star.
dummy.
And there's
Mhm.
ones like Silent Night, Deadly Night, which is about a killer Santa. It's about a kid. It's about a little
can't.
kid. A little kid who saw his.
It's trying to take away the
mom
one
and-
thing that makes me happy.
The little kid on Christmas. He sees his mom and dad murdered by a man in a crazy Santa
Oh
outfit.
my goodness. I saw Santa killing mommy.
And
That's
assaults
awesome.
him. Yeah, and then he grows up where he's traumatized in an orphanage, and then he gets a job where he
I
has to
bet.
dress up as Santa
Oh my
for
goodness.
kids in a store, and then
Does he start
snaps.
killing people?
He snaps and he goes on a killing spree as Santa
Okay,
Claus.
See?
It's Silent Night,
I knew
Deadly
it.
Night.
Didn't even
Awesome.
have to see it, and I knew that's how it was going.
Yeah. So, do you prefer to watch regular Christmas movies or unconventional Christmas movies?
Josh?
Hold on.
Okay.
hold on,
Well, I'll
hold on.
tell you right now, I'm a Christmas purist. So
You're a purist.
I don't believe movies like Die Hard or movies that just happen to happen during
Castaway.
Christmas time are
Wait,
Christmas
would
movies.
you consider Castaway?
No.
No,
One of the Harry- actually,
because it's
only
during
one of them
Christmas.
have Christmas happen during, or two of them. Have
Okay,
Christmas
but it
happen
has
during.
one of the best Christmas scenes actually.
Yeah,
What?
for
The
sure.
way that Christmas
What'd
looks
you
in
say?
Harry Potter. He said Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Christmas
I
scene
love
in
Harry
Harry
Potter.
Potter is
Harry
awesome.
Potter's
I don't know
awesome.
if I would call that one a Christmas movie,
I
but
would
it
not.
definitely has
But-
it has an amazing Christmas.
great.
I'm trying to
sequence.
remember what movies have that in Harry Potter. Is it all
The
of
first one.
them? No, I know the first one has it, but I was thinking of the other one.
Also,
I would say Christmas though. Unconvention, yeah, no, more Christmas.
You like you so
Yeah.
you guys are you like the
Either
conventional
way,
stuff.
Either way, sometimes
What are some of the ones that you guys like to watch every year? Like,
I don't
wait, I just wanted to say Christmas horror movies sound like my worst nightmare. They literally will ruin Christmas for me, and
See,
I cannot do it.
it's funny. Christmas horror movies get me in the Christmas
Really?
spirit. as
You're
much-
like,
because I
yeah.
can look at it and
Say-
think, oh, it's
Christmas time.
Christmas time.
So for me, like when
Hacking through the
like for
snow.
me for Christmas,
With an
what I
axe.
most look forward to is just that day, and then just
Really?
like spending the time. Yeah, for
I
me,
like
like
Christmas
movies.
season.
For me, movies and
Christmas
and
season is
songs
so
don't
great.
do it for me. Like I'm not gonna watch a movie and be like, oh my god, I want Christmas now. Like I watch hear this song and like, oh yeah,
'Cause you need to
jingle,
get a heart.
jingle, jingle.
I
You need a
know.
heart.
You need your heart to go three
Well,
sizes.
guess what?
3
Walmart doesn't
sizes.
sell them anymore. They
He's
had
like the
them
Grinch.
before.
He's like the Grinch.
Yeah, you are the Grinch, Josh.
All right then, guys. It's
Just
your
need to paint him
job.
green.
You guys have a month. You guys have a month till that day comes, and if that
I know
It
it's
should
so
be-
far away.
hey, y'all get me on that shit. I'll
No,
sing Christmas songs
it is
on this fucking
Christmas
podcast. Be
season.
like a jolly all the way or something. I
It
don't
is
know.
Christmas season. All right, Christmas season.
Jolly all the way. Yes, Josh, that is a Christmas song.
Wait, is it?
No.
Jolly all the way. Jingle all the way. I don't know about jolly all the way. Do you remember?
You didn't have any Christmas movies
That's how you know.
I need to
those
bring
are on
this
my
up.
radar.
Do you guys remember Scary Movie 2, where
That's the one in the mansion, right?
Yeah, where one of the Wayans brothers is watching TV and it's like they're advertising the hip hop Christmas songs. It's like Annie up bitch, it's Christmas and
I don't
these nuts
remember that
roasting on it.
part.
Like it was hilarious.
No, bro, no, it's right.
Yeah,
Mom was banging Santa Claus.
Pop was banging. Hold on, let me look this up. Christmas.
Oh my god.
And the fucking this was just like, oh my god, that shit is ill, son.
Wait, doesn't Snoop
All
Dogg?
I want for Christmas is the charges drop. These nuts roasting on an open fire. A sleigh ride in my 64.
Oh my
Straight
god.
out of the North Pole.
Straight out of the North.
Annie up, bitch, it's Christmas.
I love it.
Jingle balls. I'm dreaming of a white woman. Santa Claus is coming on moms.
Oh my god.
I just had to bring that. I don't know. It just clicked in my head.
Oh my god, that shit's funny. I just replayed the whole scene in my head right now.
He's like smoking on it. Oh shit!
It was probably.
Oh, buying that shit.
I'm gonna buy that shit. I'm gonna buy that shit, son. And then the weed plant comes to life and then starts to smoke him.
Take it to the head.
Okay,
take it to the head.
Yeah.
Ah, you a bitch.
So does that count as a Christmas movie since it has a
Because it has a Christmas.
No, I'm just kidding. I know that's not a Christmas movie, but I had to bring that up.
It's
That shit is
unconventional.
classic.
So bad.
We'll put it on that side.
Definitely. Wait, does Snoop Dogg have a Christmas album or am I tripping?
DMX has one.
DMX has a Christmas album? Does he actually?
It's a song. It's a song, right?
No.
Okay, it makes more sense for Snoop Dogg to have a Christmas album.
Wait,
than
does DMX really have a Christmas album or a Christmas song?
All right, Snoop Dogg says Snoop Dogg presents Christmas in the doghouse.
Oh my god, I need it. I need to buy it.
Look, I just liked it like a couple seconds.
Yeah. No, it's funny. He's just like that. You just hear that grungy ass voice.
That's
DMX has
amazing.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer remix.
This is so great. I need to download this right now. You think I'm not playing this the whole way home?
It's going to be a holiday tradition for you, right?
It really is.
She's gonna call us later on. She's like, I'm ready, son. I'm fucking ready.
Wait, because I really love DMX. Like, I really do.
Oh my
He's
God,
one of
I'm
my favorites.
sweating.
And
It's fucking
that's
hilarious. Oh my
amazing.
Are you
So,
a Rough Rider?
yeah, I am.
Yeah, you're rough, right?
Dude, ask William. He will tell you.
They're
He
William.
was riding in the car with me, and one of his songs came on, and he was like, I was not expecting this from you, Heaven, but it's because I love him. He's the best.
So, before we get too far off, what are the Christmas
Yes.
movies that you watch
Yes.
and you would suggest?
Okay. So, I mean, obviously, there's the classic ones like Miracle on 34th Street. The Jim Carrey Grinch is one of my favorites. Elf, of course.
Elf is a good one.
Elf is
so
awesome.
great.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Just recently, I watched Jingle Jangle, and that movie's amazing. If you haven't seen it, definitely
All right,
watch
that's
it.
new, right?
Yeah, it like came out maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so
Really?
it's relatively new with Forrest Whitaker and Keegan Michael Key.
I don't know.
That's his
probably
name, right?
a movie we won't watch, but
No, you have to watch it. Trust me, it's so great. I know you don't like Christmas movies, but I don't care. Please watch it. Please.
like for me, Christmas movies, like I said, Jim Carrey, Grinch, 8 Crazy Nights, Adam Sandler. I think that movie's freaking hilarious.
So,
Yeah.
that's a funny one.
8 Crazy Nights is good.
See-
That's a funny movie.
For me, I have like 2 things about it. I ultimately going to go with unconventional Christmas because that's just
Those
more
are
my
not Christmas movies.
But having said that, I actually, all right, Christmas movies, I enjoy spending time with the family. So if I'm going
Yeah.
to spend time with the family, I
Christmas
enjoy
movies.
watching conventional Christmas movies. I watch Home Alone every year with my family.
That's
I
the
always
best.
enjoy it. Like, that's great. I enjoy
Second
all of
one is
that.
my favorite.
This
though.
Christmas is one that my mom watches every year.
I love that
Christmas?
movie.
The one with Chris Brown?
Yes.
Yeah, with Chris Brown, Loretta Devine, Idris Elba, Delroy
That was a pretty good
Lindo,
movie, yeah.
Regina King. Yeah, so
that was a good one. Yeah.
there's certain ones that I watch every year. Of
Yeah.
course, The Nightmare Before Christmas. So I do that with like family, but if I'm hanging out with like friends,
You're like, let's watch this scary Christmas movie.
Yeah, we're gonna watch Black Christmas, which is one of the great Christmas slasher movies.
Yeah,
it's Silent Night, Deadly Night.
We don't do no freaking
I'm
happy
so sad.
shit.
There's a really awesome one on
Makes me
Amazon
happy.
Prime called Secret Santa. It is the most messed
So
up
don't watch
Christmas
it.
movie in the
Okay.
world. It is violent. It is wrong.
No.
It
Why do people got to do
devolves-
this?
It's about
It's like
the tension that sometimes happens when
Because
families
it's
who have to
funny.
put on a good show on the surface. The idea is it's family that has to put on a good show, but they really hate each other. But somebody pours military grade truth serum in the punch that makes their id unleashed, so they just say what they really think
Oh,
to
I
each
love
other,
that.
and it devolves into
So they like, start
insanity.
beating
and-
each other.
Yeah,
and stuff?
it just starts off as really wrong and insulting,
Mm,
and they say very.
that sounds like
and then it
Christmas at my
devolves-
house.
Yeah,
All the time.
and then it devolves into violence and everybody murdering each other. So that's a good one. I like Christmas horror movies, and then my favorite non-conventional one is Batman Returns, which I would actually almost argue that almost qualifies as a conventional Christmas movie because it doesn't just take place on Christmas. There are things in it that are directly related to the
Christmas.
Christmas season, where whole scenes of it, particularly like the mistletoe scene and stuff like that, where Batman and Catwoman kiss, and Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer is Catwoman. And then her like that scene where she licks Batman after there's like under a mistletoe and they say something where I think the line is Batman says to Catwoman, mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it, and she says, well, a kiss could be even deadlier if you mean it. And then she leans down and kisses him. The Christmas parade that starts off at a Christmas Christmas is all over Batman Returns, and it's one of my favorite unconventional Christmas movies because you could put it on and it's like
it still has that.
Yeah, but Christmas is littered all over.
Here's what I would
plot, though.
suggest for people that want to like qualify like Die Hard as a Christmas movie.
And a lot of people
watch
love
Jingle
that.
All the Way. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger, so he's like
An
this
action
big
hero.
like exactly. So
Turbo
the whole
Man.
movie, it's great.
Oh man.
Sinbad.
And who doesn't love Sinbad?
Oh yeah, Sinbad was
Who doesn't? I don't know.
That's definitely a
might
classic
not.
one. I like it a lot.
It's a good
I like
one.
Jingle All the Way. I know a lot of people think it's corny. I think it's supposed to be a little
Christmas
bit
movies
corny.
are
It's
always corny.
and that's
Christmas
okay.
is everything corny.
Yeah, like Christmas is the corniest holiday.
Yeah, other than Valentine's.
Oh well,
It's
yeah.
weird, but like I watched the Christmas Chronicles too, and we'll get this. But
Yes.
it's just the only thing I wanted to say about it is I know it's a really corny movie,
The
but
second one,
yeah,
yeah,
they're both corny.
I love the first
Okay,
one.
I'm not all right, but here's
This is
my
the
thing.
first one.
There's
This is
something
the
I
second one.
appreciated because I watch a lot of horror and cynical, dark humor and fucked up movies. To be quite honest with you,
Yeah,
sometimes it's nice to see something that's actually sweet and sincere about what it is. Like I feel like sometimes it's like, man, sometimes maybe I need a little bit more of a smile,
Yeah.
not so much of it. But I mean, I like what I like. But like
Damn.
Christmas around the time I get to see movies that
yeah,
Fucked
I don't
up.
know. Yeah, I know.
I feel
always
it.
prefer
Me
dark
too. Don't
things,
worry.
but-
Me too.
I feel you.
The things
And it's
that-
weird. I'm a horror person.
The things
but
I watch out.
The
Chris-
darkness is your happy place. That's okay.
It
It
is.
is.
And it's funny. I'm a horror person,
You
but
know
Halloween is
Because
not
when
my
you're in the
favorite
dark,
holiday.
and you know there's a light, and you have
Christmas
something
is
to
my
look
favorite
forward to.
holiday.
Christmas is the best holiday.
And Christmas is my favorite holiday because it kind of reminds me of things that I don't think about.
It
during
brings
the
back
whole
his
year.
heart.
Yeah,
Like
it
the
brings
whole
my
year,
heart.
he's like, he has no fucking heart.
And I
And
have
then
a
once
lot of
Christmas
good-
comes, you know what?
I
I
do.
think I like people now.
I do. You see certain my cynicism
what?
melt away. And it's just like, it's the
Rudolph's
Christmas
red
season.
nose did the thing.
It's also my mom also is a big Christmas
Yeah.
person and works overtime to make it.
I
Like,
think that's
really
maybe why I
special.
love
Cute.
it so much
So
because my
it's
mom's
cute.
like that too.
So
That's
it
awesome.
actually has like I like the decorations. I like the way that
Mhm.
people looks. I like even though I don't really listen to Christmas music, I appreciate it being on
Yeah.
or like getting into the spirit. So
Because
Christmas
honestly,
is actually
Christmas
my
is not
favorite
even
time of the
about
year.
the presents for me. Like I literally could care less, but just like the
sure
music,
you don't
the
mind the
feeling.
presents.
I mean, as
I
kids,
mean, yeah.
as kids,
I like
as
giving
kids, it was
presents.
all about was about presents. But yeah,
I know,
growing
we
up,
didn't get
it's more
presents
like
like that.
I just want to spend time with the fucking cousins and shit. Get high.
Yeah,
get
exactly.
fucked
Being with your
up, let's
family.
go.
The music is great.
This
Everything
year's
is just
Good vibes.
Getting everyone on
Happy
shrooms. I'm gonna
And
have
if
my
you're
mom
Mexican
fucking
family,
tripping
it's
balls
time for
over-
menudo.
Oh,
You get the
shit.
menudo.
That's like on the
Every
26th though.
menudo tamales.
I was gonna say
like the
tamales.
24th,
Yeah.
and so Christmas Eve you get fucked up, and then
Oh yeah,
Christmas
Eve
Day
is like a party.
you don't drink, you don't eat the menudo. you eat something else
No,
that's
I
kind of
eat the
spicy,
menudo
and then you
and
get
eat it the
stupid
next day,
fucked
too.
up, and then the second day after,
I'm
then that's
hungry
when you're
now.
like, all right, guys, like I then went too hard 2 days. You know what? I think I need the menudo.
One thing
Okay.
I'm gonna miss is I usually every Christmas it's like Christmas Eve with the family mostly, Christmas Day with the family, but at night I usually go either with cousins or friends to go see a movie.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Probably won't happen this year.
Now you just have to
No.
put it on in your backyard. Remember?
Yeah, like you said, projector.
Wonder Woman 84.
I'm gonna remind you so that you don't forget.
I
And
know.
also, you have to
I'm
invite
gonna watch
us.
that movie that day. Well, it's gonna come
I'll
out
wear a
Christmas
mask.
Eve, I bet. Somehow.
Okay, so are we gonna watch Jingle Jangle for next week? Is that your recommendation? I
can
know
we
you wanted to
please?
talk about. Is that a new movie?
Yeah.
Okay, for you, Heaven, I'll watch it.
Thank you. Yes, it's a new movie.
He
Honestly,
jingles his
it's so
jangles,
good.
guys. He
It's so
jingles his
good.
jangles.
Has Forrest
We'll watch
Whitaker,
it.
you said. And
Yeah.
Keegan-Michael Key.
Mm-hmm. What's the rating on that
And
one?
Ricky Martin.
Yeah,
Ricky Martin.
he is in it.
Ricky Martin.
That is the fact.
Is it La
Ricky
Vida
Martin?
Loca?
No,
Is
he's actually a toy though, so I was kind of
So
confused.
it's just his voice?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So you just get that.
It has a 93%
What is it called? The
on Rotten
Latinos.
Tomatoes.
See,
It has
it's
a
so
what?
good.
84?
It says Jingle
93.
Jangle. A
93?
Christmas story celebrates the Yuletide season with a holiday
good.
adventure. whose
So,
exuberant
so
spirit
wait.
It's
So what
also
kind
a
of
musical.
matched by
So what kind of dog does
uplifting.
he play?
he's
What is he?
he's like a matador, but
Oh no,
he's-
yeah, you would give him the Spanish thing. He's like
Yeah.
ole. He's like ole.
yeah, literally.
You know they always got to stereotype our people. It's okay. We're used to it. We see you,
Olé.
Hollywood. We see you.
But it's so
Come
good. The
to
movie
me,
is so good.
You very nice nutcracker.
And it's a musical, which I love musicals. And I wanted to mention though, because we talked about La La Land a few episodes ago, and I
Did
was
you
like,
finish it?
no.
Okay. I wanted to bring something up about that. But
But I was thinking how I mentioned
These
that like I
guys-
hated the first 10 minutes
You
because
just
of the
got
music,
caught.
like the dance number that they did, and I was like, oh my god, this is weird because I normally love musicals. This one had the complete opposite effect. I was like, oh my god, this is so great! Like I was in love the whole entire time.
So with I get what you mean because it's like La La Land. I was turned off by the first musical.
Yeah,
Actually, I was
it's really
turned off
bad.
by the first 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, and
then
that's why I
after
didn't
that,
finish it.
I got into it, and there's a lot of Christmas stuff in there. That's actually
Is there?
yeah,
Okay,
and
I'll
actually
watch
it gets better.
You're not missing out.
You know, I said I go see like movies. That was the one time, and I rarely ever do this with my sister. And that's like I think that's the last time I went to the movies with my sister was to go
Really?
see La La Land. She asked me if I
You were
was
like, it was
"Sure."
that bad. I never want to go with you
No,
again.
we both enjoyed it. I was cool with it. I had a great time. I loved it. What's wrong with you? Trying to tell you an
I'm sorry.
uplifting story about spending time with my sister.
I just
on
really hate
Christmas.
that movie. And
You need to finish it, okay? Don't be a Scrooge.
I
All
won't
right,
start
I'll watch
though.
it.
I'm-
That's
I'm-
a,
no,
good-
really-
a Christmas
really-
Carol. That's a good
Christmas
one.
Carol.
I'm
No,
not
no.
that person either.
No, I get why you
Oh,
don't
wait,
like.
we all have to
okay,
watch
just 'cause
it.
we have
can
to talk
compare
about
'em.
No, really. I didn't like the first 15 minutes either. It's better when it goes
Okay.
along.
I
It's
believe
worth
you.
watching.
I'm gonna give it another try.
I'm not a
think.
musical person.
No,
I love music, but I don't like music.
that's fair. A lot of people don't like musicals, actually.
But you love Grease, don't you?
I got chills.
You like Grease?
Multiply,
West Side Story.
and I'm
Those
losing.
are musicals.
Control.
There's like a handful. Well, Jingle Jingle will be on that list of musicals
I'll
that
let
you
you-
like.
I'll let you
Josh,
know.
can you do the John Travolta? It's electrifying in front of
No.
the floor.
No,
You
Come
can't do that for us.
no.
Come on.
Just stick your hair back into like.
No. He's like, didn't you just see me finish a
I
bottle
hear
of
you.
wine?
That's exactly
Not getting up
why
from this
No.
seat.
he needs to do it. That's why he needs to do it.
I need another bottle in me for that.
Another bottle on you.
Yeah.
All right. So next week, let's talk about.
So
Jingle
y'all better
Jangle,
follow us on Patreon if you guys want to see me do that,
or get on his OnlyFans.
or get my
That's
OnlyFans.
where you can.
I
Find
start
him.
off with toes, guys.
Mm.
$5 for the little toe, $10 for the
Oh,
big,
wow.
and 25 for the actual foot.
25 for the foot.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
That's
30,
a deal.
30 if you guys want to watch me cut my nails.
that's some strange fetishes.
And honestly, I bet you
Wait,
people will
people are
pay
into
for
it. They're
that
gonna be like,
shit.
in the comments,
I'm sure
how do I
people will.
say-
I'm sure people will. So we've been
Josue's
going
foot.
for about an hour now, so we gotta start wrapping this up. We hope you enjoyed our mostly Christmas themed episode.
Yes.
Check us out on Higher Passion Entertainment. We have other podcasts going. If you like, if you're more into like comic book media, comic book films, comic book television, or comic books in general,
with me,
check out the Heroes and
Josue.
Mutants podcast with Josue and I. If you're more into stuff like sports, check out the Sports Dogs podcast.
where Mr. Richie is at, but we don't know where he is today.
He's taking off today. And if you more specifically are into baseball, check out the Four Balls podcast.
Where is he at today?
If you're excited for the video game season, because we know those new consoles are going to be released around Christmas
I just
time.
won a PS5, by the way.
Check
I
out-
know, I saw that. I'm going to your house.
Wait until like a month after Christmas, you'll get better deals. Check out the Quick Scope
Minus $50.
podcast.
Well, they're sold out right now.
Check out the
She got
Quick
it for
Scope.
fucking free.
Quick Scope, the video game podcast. Check that out. If you're into hip hop music, check out the Rap Beats and Melodies podcast. If you want to hear about with Steph and the Lethal Weapon,
And Mr.
OVO Jody and Ether Ernie in the evening. That is Steph and the Lethal Weapon
That is.
firing off his weapon in
Yeah.
the background.
He started off my bottle, guys. That's why he's the loud one today.
Also, check out Positively Sensual, which
Ooh.
is a podcast about dating advice or dating stories. What else am I missing? I
Sexting.
feel like I'm missing. We're just going so fast. I can't.
Definitely watch Cut the Film
Cut
all
the
this
Film.
month because I'm going to wear a different Christmas sweater every day.
She's gonna go from
stay
naughty
tuned,
to
guys.
nice,
She's
just
gonna
like
be going,
that.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
Y'all stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We'll
Y'all
see you
know
next
what
week.
she is. Like, no.